Good morning students. Now today we are going to start our third lecture of chapter number 2, that is units and measurement. Okay, and yesterday we have discussed about the fundamental and the basic fundamental or basic units and the supplementary units. 9 units we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, now today we are going to understand some of the measurements of length. Okay, so our next topic is measurement of length. Now, as you are already familiar with some of the direct method for the measurement of the length, that with the help of the meter scale we can easily measure the length. Okay, and even there are some example that I have just be told you that in the point wise I am just be described you, even you are having that experiments also. These are the devices which are help you out for measuring the distance. So first of the device is the meter scale. Meter scale, and meter scale is used for the measurement of the length of 10 to the power minus 3 to 10 to the power 2 meter. It have a particular range from 10 to the power 3 meter to 10 to the power 2 meter. Okay. Next one, you are having a vernier caliper. Vernier caliper is another device which is also help you out for the measurement of the length. Okay, so this vernier caliper is used the length of an accuracy of, we can say approximate and accuracy of 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Here we are going to discuss about the smallest length that can be measured. Okay, because the length which are very much large that can be easily measured, but the smallest length how it can be measured. So the meter scale 10 to the power 2 to 10 to the power minus 3, vernier caliper is a device from 10 to the power minus 4 up to here. And next we are going to be there is one more device, that is screw gauge. Screw gauge. Screw gauge is another device, or we can say one more is there, spherometer. Here I am writing, or spherometer. These are the devices which are used to measure the length less as to 10 to the power minus 5, not greater than this, but less as to 10 to the power minus 5 meter. Till here means if we are discussed that we have to measure the length least than, or we can say smaller than 10 to the power minus 5, then we are not having any kind of the appropriate device that can easily measure that length. Okay, so for that just to measure the length beyond these ranges, we have to use some of the special indirect methods. Okay, because these are the direct method which can easily measure, but now we have to measure some of the with the help of the indirect method we can measure the length, the smallest length beyond 10 to the power minus 5. Okay, so that we are going to discuss. So first we are going to discuss about the measurement of the large distance. Means large distance means beta if the distance is very much large away. So measurement of large distance. But slowly and slowly we are covering the things. Okay, we are not going as much as fast because physics, chemistry and all these things are the new subjects for you. Till 10th standard you have just be combinedly studying about the science only. Now here the science has been bifurcated into 3 parts, that is physics, chemistry and biology. So slowly and slowly you are able to capture the things. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about the measurement of a large distance. Now in this measurement of a large distance, we are going to measure such a distance of a planet or a star from the earth. Okay, so these distance, the large distance, are not be able to measure directly from the meter scale. So for such cases we need a parallax method. Okay, so I am just writing it down that the large distances such as the distance of a planet or a star from the earth cannot be measured directly with a meter scale, because meter scale is having the range of 10 to the maximum range of 10 to the power 2 meter, but the distance of the planets and the star from the earth is more than this. So through this meter scale we directly we can't able to measure. So for this, an indirect method, an important method is used So an important method in such cases is the parallax method. Okay, so we can just say that the parallax method is an indirect method just to measure the large distances such as the distance of the planets and the stars from the earth. Okay, clear beta? So for this, suppose I am just explaining you with an experiment way that I had just hold a pen, okay, or a pencil in front of us. Just you have to hold one pen or a pencil in front of you, okay, and against means at a specific point you have to hold this, okay, and in the background there should be a wall. Okay, here in the background of this pen where you have just kept this, there should be a wall, and just look at this pencil, this pen, first through your left eye. So here I am just denoting, suppose at the point S I have just hold a pencil or a pen, and here on the background there is a wall, okay, and from my left eye, that is I am denoting point A, okay, I have just close my right eye, and from the left eye I am just have a look of this pencil first. Now then I have just take a look from my right eye, and I will just close my left eye. Okay, so this one is my right eye, B point is for the right eye. Okay, so one by one, firstly from the left eye, then you have to close your right eye beta, then you have to take a look of this pencil, then from the right eye, this is point B, and left eye should be closed, then you have to take a look of this pencil. Clear? Now you would notice that the position of the pencil seems to be changes with respect to the wall. Okay, slightly there is a change in the position of this pencil when you have take a look from your both the eyes one by one. Okay, so this is that the change in the position of this pencil, this is your parallax. Okay, and the distance between the 2 points of the observation is your basis. What is that? Basis. Here the distance between them, this is your beta basis. Okay, clear? Now even we can say that in this example for the pencil or a pen which you are taking, we can say that the distance between your eyes is the basis. Okay, there is a few distance between your left eye and the right eye, so that distance is your basis. Clear beta? I hope that you are able what I have drawn here. Okay, so what I am saying that you have to be hold one pencil or a pen in front of you. Okay, and there should be a wall in the background. First you have to be take a look of this pencil with your left eye, and you have to be close your right eye. Okay, then you have measured the distance. Then you have just be seen it by your right eye, and you have to be close your left eye. Then you have to take the measurement. You have just be seen that there is some difference, there is some changes in the position of the pencil when you have seen this by your individual different eyes. Okay, so there is a distance between that position, that is basis, and in this example the basis is the distance between your eyes. Clear? So now this is the measuring distance from the left eye and the right eye. This is the same one. So the measure the distance d of a far away planet. Suppose here as there is a planet, so we are just be using this parallax method, and we have to be observe it to different position from A and from B on the earth. Now you have to be convert this example is in the form of which beta, planet or a star. So you have just be imagine that this is the point S is your star, and from the earth you have just be take a look from two different position of A and B, and this is the distance. Okay, clear? Now the separated the distance of AB is your B. Now we have to measure the angle between these two direction along with this planet or a star from these 2 points, that is your angle ASB. Okay, this has been represented by theta. So this is your parallax angle, or you can say the parallactic angle. Here I am denoting beta, so you are able to understand. So first of all, I just be told you what is basis. Theory I am not writing it out beta, you have to be write this theory. This is your today's homework. You have to be explain this theory in your own words, okay, in your own language. Clear? So here basis, what is basis beta? The distance between 2 points, between the 2 points of observation is called basis. Okay, clear? Now further, what is about the parallax angle? So here I am denoting that the angle ASB is equals to theta is called the parallax angle, or you can say a parallactic angle. Clear beta? So these two things we have discussed. Now if the planet is far away, very far away, then you can say that the ratio of B, the basis to the distance D, is very small than 1. Okay, so as the planet is very far away, then obvious beta the ratios of the basis to the distance is very less than 1. Okay, and therefore the theta is also very small. Okay, clear? Because the distance is very much small, so the angle made by this is also be very much small. Okay, so now then we have take an arc. Suppose we have just be taken that approximately that this AB is an arc of length B. Okay, and S will be the center, and D is we can say as a radius. Okay, so we have just be imagine this that let this is let, okay, let what we can say AB, let AB as an arc of length B. Okay, S is the center and we can say D is the radius. Got my point, beta? Now, so for this is the radius, so we can say that the AS and BS both are equal to each other. Okay, so here we can say that the AS, therefore we can say AS is equals to BS, because both are the radius, beta. And for so that for this the AB is equals to arc. So arc is equals to, angle is equals to arc upon angle is equals to, beta. Do you remember the formula? Formula, beta. Angle is equals to, this angle is equals to arc upon radius, and arc is equals to angle into radius. Okay, this is the formula. Here I am writing it out, beta, that angle is equals to arc upon radius. Okay, remember this formula. So here B is your arc, so arc is equals to angle into radius, so D is the radius, theta is your angle. Okay, so from here we can that the radius D is equals to arc upon angle. Okay, so just we are having a determine the value of D, okay, by this method, and the angular diameter as well. And if the D is the diameter, then if it just be take its value half of its size. Clear? So by this method we can easily able to find the values. Okay, we are easily able, because this distance we can easily measure, the angle also we can easily measure. So by taking the ratios of this we can easily measure the value as well. Clear, beta? Okay, so now tomorrow we are just going to be solve this numerical, one of the numerical of it, so you are able to understand the concept properly. Till here you will just your today's homework that you have to be write the theory of the parallax method and just write this notes also, make this notes also. Okay, beta? Clear? Thank you, that's all for today.